But it turns out my stock handlebars are actually bent. That's alright, I'll get some on order, and yeah, the bike's just gonna have to kind of stay as it is for now. Up to you guys. I'll be back when we get some bars in. Alright, so bars are in. It is a few days later, of course. We have our fresh bars right back here. These are the Pro Taper Evos. I have them on my 125, and I really like these bars, but I'm sticking with the YZ high bend because I'm happy with the Yamaha YZ bend. So yeah, as you can see, I had the same bars here on the 125 when I did the build. Haven't bent them or anything. And as a matter of fact, I've never bent a set of Pro Taper handlebars ever in my life. I've bent Leica metals, I've bent stock, many times stock, but I've never bent a set of Pro Tapers. Now technically, I'm pretty sure Yamaha's stock bars are Pro Tapers, but I guess you could say I've never bent a set of aftermarket Pro Tapers in my life. Maybe I'm just lucky, maybe they're just good bars. I think they're really good bars. But anyway, yeah, so we have some fresh handlebars to put on. Now we can get back to working on this bike here. So I do actually still have to disassemble the triple clamp and grease up the two bearings. I probably should have done that, but we're gonna do that now. It's a really nice day out here, so yeah, let's get to work. Again, we just gotta disassemble the triple clamps a little bit and grease up the two bearings. Shouldn't be too bad. And we also have some fresh plastics for this bike too, the front fender and the number plate, as I may have said earlier. So as you guys just saw, I went in and cleaned under the fork dust seals, put a little fork oil between the seal and the oil seal, and I replaced the fork guards. Now, if you're wondering why, as you can see, these OEM ones actually have Yamaha stamped or written on them. If this will focus, but basically it kind of sticks out a little bit. So as you can see, these aftermarket Cherubies ones, great quality, great fitment, and they don't have the little lettering on them. So when we go to put on graphics, we don't have to worry about the little lettering on the stock piece. So as you guys just saw, the triple clamp bearings, I greased those up, but they were actually really good, really well greased from the factory, so we didn't have to do that. I'm sure we could have waited way longer, but I went in and I just greased them up with the grease I used in the linkage, just to make sure we have the same grease throughout the bike. And yeah, these are all good to go. I still have to tighten this top nut after we put the forks on and stuff. So let's put the forks on right now. And there we go, guys, we are all done. So just a quick recap. We greased up our steering stem bearings, both the top and bottom. We re-greased our swing arm pivot bearings. Our whole linkage bearing setup, we re-greased that. We re-greased all the axles we took out and whatnot, of course. I just went through and torqued all the spokes. All the spokes are good. We have a new front fender that's not all scratched up. Same thing goes for the number plate. This one's mounts aren't all crushed up like the old one was. We have a new set Pro Taper handlebars here. Our OEM ones were very slightly bent and we don't want to run bent bars, so we have some new grips over here as well because the throttle side was torn. And here I'm trying on these ODI lock-ons. These don't use any grip glue whatsoever, just a little lock-on piece here. I have some on my mountain bike back there, but I wanted to try some on my dirt bike, so yeah, those are working pretty well so far. I like them. It's pretty thick little Pro Taper bar pad. It's really bright blue. I like it a lot. I also got one for the 125 over there, so they're kind of matching. And for the bar bend, I have the YZ High, same thing on my 125 YZ High, so pretty much the same as the stock bend. We got the new Motion Pro levers. Honestly, I could have used the ones that were on there, but they were getting a little bit kind of scuffed up at the front, and this one actually had a little bit of cracking on this side, so I wanted to replace those. We also greased up the pivots and whatnot, and those are all nice and smooth. So we went through and aligned the forks. Those are all good to go. We cleaned under the dust seals, threw a little fork oil in there too, just to help lubricate the seals. The whole front end is all nice and aligned, not twisted up from the crash or anything. So that is all good to go. Got all the important bolts torqued down. And we also got some new fork guards here. I didn't actually need to get them, but the stock ones have that little Yamaha lettering like I said earlier, so we can lay graphics down on this one when we get graphics, and we don't have to worry about the Yamaha lettering kind of popping up on the graphics or anything. Speaking of graphics, I am looking to get some new graphics. As you can see, the front number plate here is completely bare and naked, and I really want to get some graphics because here, the radiator shrouds you can actually see. I doubt it'll show up on camera, but they are starting to get a little scuffed, especially down here. Just from the boots rubbing and whatnot. So I do want to get some graphics just to help protect the plastics, and I can just lay the graphic right over this because this is actually embedded into the plastic right here. Yamaha doesn't use a decal anymore, and I think that is super sick here on these newer bikes, the newer Model 4-strokes. I also got a rear fender and rear number plates as well. Again, I didn't need to replace those, but that's just going to match the colorway we are going for. And for all that, I'm not going to reveal anything yet. You guys will just have to wait and see what I'm going to do graphics wise. But I'm pretty pumped just to get this bike all back and dialed in, especially mechanically, just to grease up all the bearings. I've needed to do that for a while now, and of course the crash gave me a really good reason to have to go in and align the front end and all that stuff. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos just working on this bike. I know a lot of you guys said you like videos for working on the new bike. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully the video didn't drag on for too long. I know this was a little bit longer of a project than I actually had anticipated, but we got everything dialed in on this bike, and it is pretty much good to go for whatever the future holds. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you'd like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.